Mate, so I've upped my weights while increasing the reps, so I'm getting the most out of my whole workout.
No, you gotta up the reps first. That way, when you hit the 50k on the tricep, you can really get the most out of your workout.
What about the Gatorade Steroid VO2 Pump Max Express limit?
No, the secret is you just keep the revs low, kilometres up. That way, the suspension will hang in there. No worries.
Great, because I've just increased that X8 power and I've changed the catalytic converter, so it's like just the fuel express pump is just purring.
Purring? Like that chick last night, eh? Huh?
Yeah.
Huh?
Oh, breast, my penis football.
Cars, hot dogs, pornos!
What do you think, Teeks?
Power tools kung fu.
Tell me about it.
So true, so true.
Coming to you live from the heart of Melbourne, it's Studio A with Tommy Little. Starring John Cambo Campbell, Luke McGregor, Nick Cody, Carl Chandler, Xavier Michaelides, and Tegan Higginbotham. On tonight's show, the Victorian Roller Derby League champions, musician Tim McMillan, comedy from Adam Vincent, music from Seagull. And now, please welcome your host, Tommy Little!
Welcome to another episode of Studio A. We hope you've all recovered from seeing Bob Hawke have sex on TV last night. Should have been some kind of warning about that. Let's get stuck straight into the news. Firstly, this week, France's lower house of parliament has approved a ban on wearing the burqa. There were 335 votes for and 1 vote against. You see, the Socialist Party, who were the main opposers of the ban, walked out and refused to vote. That is so beautifully French, you know? Like, no, I'm not voting. I think the ban is ridiculous, so why would I vote? That's exactly why you should vote. Many people in France claim that burqas are oppressive to women, yet fail to see the irony in their solution. I know how we fix this oppression. Oh yeah, how do we do that? We tell them what they can and can't wear. That's brilliant. Why not just say that Muslims make you uncomfortable? You know, just have the balls to come out and be honest. You know, just say that it's really hard for the French to do what they do best, and that's objectify women if they can't see their curves. You know, but just say that Muslims make you uncomfortable. You know, it's the same here. Tony brought up the ban the burqa debate here after a man in Sydney robbed another man wearing a burqa. What the hell did that have to do with Muslim women? You know, if it's that easy to get something banned, I'll go out tomorrow and rob someone wearing head-to-toe Ed Hardy. But the bill is also aimed at husbands and fathers, right? Because anyone convicted of forcing someone else to wear the burqa risks a year in prison and a €30,000 fine. I think that bit's good, you know, that's the part of the ban that I do like. I think parents should be fined for making their kids wear certain items of clothing. Remember when your mum wouldn't buy you the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles jumper because she could make one that was just as good? There should have been a fine for that, right? My dad made me go outside after giving me a haircut. Where was the fine for that? Like, remember that? The day that maybe your mum was away and so dad decided it'd be cheaper if he just hacked at your scalp with scissors for 5 minutes while he watched the cricket, and then when you saw it, you started crying and he said, "Don't worry, it'll grow back in a couple of days." Where was the fine for that? In other news this week, and Mick Gatto has been seen with film crews around him. They're shooting a test for a proposed reality show about the life of the notorious underworld figure. Now, despite the hype, Mick Gatto's agent, Max Markson, has said that the project is still in its early stages, which makes me kind of wonder, you know, is he the only gangster to ever have an agent? Like, that would make him the first gangster ever to be at home looking in his mirror going, "Are you talking to me, huh? Are you talking? Because you should be talking to my agent. I mean, why do I have representation if you don't go through him, right?" What do those guys talk about? Like, "Hi, Mick. Yeah, it's Max here, your agent. Look, I've got a few things for you. Firstly, we've got an audition for the role of a ballet dancer, and also someone called Robbo wants to score an ounce of heroin." Yep. Okay, so it's yes to the heroin, no to the ballet. Right. No, I won't get that confused. No. Yeah, that was embarrassing for both of us last time. Yeah. Go on. But over to Broome now, and a man by the name of Michael Newman has been attacked by a 5-metre crocodile when he climbed into its enclosure to try and ride it in the middle of the night. Now, although he did survive, some say the most horrific injury was in fact the haircut that Newman sustained from the attack. The good news is, I think we found Trent from Punchy's dad. Despite the bite leaving him with a wound that would later require 40 stitches, he did what good any Aussie would do. He went back to the pub. Once again, in the true Aussie spirit, he also denied drinking around the time of the incident, despite this photo emerging. No, keep your bloody VB. It's a big night. I'm going to have a Corona. Now, lastly in news, guys, and as you all know, the next federal election has been called. We're going to vote on August the 21st, and experts say that if Tony Abbott is going to have a chance, he needs to become more likeable. Unfortunately for Abbott, as full personality transplants haven't yet been invented, this seems unlikely. But to those first-time voters out there, don't be nervous. Just take it slow, and when you feel like you're ready, tick the box. And do it because you actually like the candidate, not because everyone else is doing it. You know, and please don't do a donkey vote. I learned that one the hard way. You see, the first time I voted, I went in there and on my form that I got, I wrote an extra box down the bottom, and next to it I wrote, some dickhead. And then I ticked that one and I put it in. And bugger me, he got elected. But ladies and gentlemen, we have a cracking show for you tonight. We've got the roller derby champions, Punani Tsunami and Miss Shivers. Fresh from the weekend bout, we have musician Tim McMillan, comedian Adam Vincent, and music from Seagull, and of course, our beautiful Studio A audience. Now, as you all know, it is the end of the financial year and people's tax returns have started to roll in, making us that little bit richer than we were last week. For example, from all my sweet cash in my tax return, I went out and bought a pie with some sauce. No layaway, cash up front. So, ladies.
Is that all you got, Tommy?
Or did I mention the sauce?
Buddy, if you needed an expert to help fill out your tax return, then you've got one right here.
Why? What do you mean? What did you get?
I bought a force field.
What do you mean? A force field?
That's right, Tommy. The guy outside the tax office said $2,500 for a force field. I said, how about $747.37? And he said yes. And now I can't get hurt.
That's awesome. How does it work?
Well, it's just sort of always there. You know, I haven't really tested it yet, actually. Nick, have you got something back there you can...
That is money well spent, Mr. McGregor. How did the rest of you guys go? Cambo?
Not good, Tommy. I thought if I claimed I was a Jedi, I'd get tax-exempt status on religious grounds.
And what, it didn't work?
No, it didn't. And now they're deporting me to Naboo. I don't even know where that is. Is that far? It sounds far.
It sounds far. Hey, Tiggs, it sounded like you maybe did a bit better with yours.
I sure did, Tommy. So I'm going to put the money I got from my tax return towards inventing a magical camera that takes 10 kilos off everyone that it films.
Tiggs, that's not possible.
Ugh. Treadmill then.
Well, at least you got yours done. Chandler, it looks like you're still in the middle of doing yours.
Yeah, but I'm getting there, Tommy. I've kept all my receipts for the last year, so I should be able to claim a lot. Now, keep in mind, if I was to lose these, I wouldn't be able to claim on anything. So it's very important that nothing happens to these receipts. It's important that I keep these in a safe.
Hey, check this out. I figured out I can make my tongue into a circle.
No, this is exactly what I didn't want to happen.
And check what else out, right? I got a lighter and I figured out I can set things on fire.
No, I don't want this to happen. This is my worst nightmare. I hope this is the end of the bad things that are currently happening to me.
Oh, I didn't even show you this. I found out I can eat paper.
The bad things have not stopped. This almost seems designed to be the opposite of what I want. At least I'm pretty sure that's the end of the things that Nick can accidentally do to make things worse.
Oh, and here's a party trick I learned on the weekend, Carl. Hello? Australian Tax Office. Carl Chandler has not declared a bunch of work he did in April.
Shit.
For a male escort agency.
All right, that did get worse. And to be fair, I was just working in reception.
I heard you were very receptive, Carl.
So Tommy, what else is happening? What's happening with Glenn?
Glenn, no, we're not going to talk to Glenn.
Oh, what bloody hell not?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you out there who don't know, this is Glenn. He's our stage manager, and well, he's got a bit of a... How are you, Glenn?
Mate, I'm sweating like a prostitute.
No, see, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Look, you've just really got to watch what you say when you're on.
Okay, it's fine, Tommy. Just calm down. It's fine. I'll be fine. All right.
You sure?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll be okay. All right. Just ask me.
Tell us, mate. What did you spend your tax return on?
Well, you'll be surprised. Okay. Every year I have a tradition. All right. I give half the money to charity.
Ah.
The other half I go to a local brothel. Till she can breathe again.
Okay, coming up after the break, we have the Victorian Roller Derby League players coming in for a chat. Don't go away, you're watching Studio A. Welcome back to the show. Now, ladies and gentlemen, next up we have a very exciting guest. It's someone
So Tommy. I am thrashing you in the footy tipping.
Carl, we don't have a footy tipping competition.
That's right. There's no competition at the moment because you are getting shit on.
Well, probably because I didn't even know what was going on.
That's the kind of loser talk that keeps you from tipping winners.
Right, okay. Congratulations. So, how much are you beating me by?
Tommy, 0. Carl, 2.
So, 15 rounds in, when I haven't put in my tips once, you're beating me by 2.
That's right. Bang! You're 2 down to the tipping king. King Tipex himself. Tipper Gore, the tip truck.
What do you mean? So, I could probably, pick some random teams this week and be beating you by, say, Saturday night?
Tip of the town, Tip Top Bakeries, tippity 2.
Stop with it's going quite well, but stop with the tipping stuff.
Tippy toes.
Here's my prediction. If you don't shut up with that tipping stuff, I'm going to tip this drink all over you.
Like Huey Lewis and the News said, Tommy, it's tip to be square. Collagen tips, Tipperita.
Oh, God.
All right, I didn't tip that one. Now Xavier's gone 1 in front of me.
Yes, 3-2 to the save man. Now I'm only 86 behind Tegan.
Sorry, Xavier, I tipped that one too.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
And that's the end of the sketch.
So tonight we have 2 of the champion players from the Victorian Roller Derby League on the show. Now, I know a lot of you guys might not know about the sport of roller derby, and I was much the same as this kind of before the weekend, right? So I went down to check it out on Saturday, and we thought we'd take a few cameras down there and show you guys a bit of what it's about. Check it out.
One of the girls.
Keep your eyes open, Ali Sonali, and just see just how much game time she gets tonight.
Punani Tsunami is one of the best names I've ever heard in my life.
It is the best name. Like,
Who's your favourite?
Skate Bush.
Skate Bush? What would Luke McGregor's derby name be? Skate you later. That was really good.
The McGreg. It's Skater. That's not it. I wouldn't work on that either. That'd be it.
They're going anti-clockwise.
No, they're going clockwise.
Hold on.
That's clockwise.
No, it's not. That.
Oh, that's it. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the show Victorian Roller Derby League champions, Miss Shivers and Punani Tsunami. Thanks, guys. Take a seat.
Thank you.
Was that your microphone that you just threw? How are you guys? You good?
Yes.
How have we pulled up from Saturday's bout?
So
Okay.
You guys shouldn't be too sore because you gave Canberra a thumping. What was it? 100 points?
I think the official score was about 197 to 50 something. So yes, they got smashed.
We are National League champions, though.
I know. I've heard rumours from you already tonight. Now, I, being the studious person that I am, I like to do a bit of research about my guests. And Punani, as I googled your name today, a lot of websites came up.
I know. I'm in it.
Now, it's kind of, for someone who's never seen the sport before, is it fair to say it's a cross between like roller skating and destruction derby? It's kind of like speed skating in a rink, but then you just axe each other.
Pretty much. That's part of it.
Okay, now, so I'm going to go out on a limb and say these names, Miss Shivers and Punani Tsunami, aren't your birth names?
No.
No. It could be Mr. and Mrs. Tsunami are just sitting at home going, what's he talking about? Yeah. Do you guys give yourselves the names, or are you kind of assigned them as you go through training?
No, every derby girl that enters the league, so you start off fresh meat, and then when you're official bouting skaters, then you have to come up with a name. It has to be a very unique name, and nobody else can have it. So we actually have to log on and find out who else has got the name within the country, and then also within the world.
There's a list.
There's a very, very long list of names.
A register.
And so then if you retire, does your name get retired as well?
Yeah.
So no one...
No, yes.
What do you
I'll say yes.
My name will live on.
Somebody else can have my name. I'll pass my name on if anybody wants it.
And so you said when you're fresh meat, there are people that are just starting out. Is that right?
Correct.
Yeah,
Yep.
people that can't skate.
And how do you become involved? Like from fresh meat to say a skater like yourselves that we've seen on Saturday when I went down there. What's that process? Like how long's the training process?
For me, it was a year before I could actually bout. And these days, I think it's 9 months. So you have to actually train, not actually bout. And you have to pass all these blue, yellow, green stars.
Yeah, there's all different levels because everybody has to get to sort of bouting stage, and that just makes sure that all skaters aren't going to injure anybody else, and you know the rules, and it takes a long time because there's so much involved in it.
And well, one thing about injuring yourself, I'm assuming you guys have had a few injuries of your own?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Punani, I'm assuming that people that skate against you have had more a share of injuries. I don't want to say you bout dirty, but I was going to say that when I was there, I don't think you were even on the. You can get sent off. You can get sin-binned, right? How many times did you get sin-binned in the match I saw? 47?
5 times. 7 times you're out of the game, actually. So I was close. Actually.
But you knew.
Expelled
Not this time. Not expelled this time though. So she just got
Adelaide, I was
5.
expelled.
That's right.
You looked down at how many dashes you had on your hand. You went, I've got 2 more. Boom.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
So this is a sport that originated kind of in like the late 1920s, early 30s. It started. It seemed to kind of taper off, but now it's almost having a revival. Is it coming back? Like I went out there, there was hundreds of people there on Saturday.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so the film Whip It, I know you probably hate me bringing this up, right? But
Yeah.
is Whip It part of this revival, or did it help kind of kickstart this?
It has helped in the mainstream, but I think there's a lot of word of mouth out there, and a lot of girls want to actually play roller derby.
Yep.
It's not just through Whip It, which I think Whip It's getting too much, I don't know, like, I guess,
There was no
recognition
Punani Tsunami
for-
in Whip It.
Pretty much as
Yeah.
well, but there's no recognition there for Whip It, so yeah. No, I think it's helped a little bit,
Okay, cool.
but yeah, I think the girls want to play this game now.
It was quite popular beforehand. A lot of people knew about it. It's now been in Australia for 3 years, so
Yep.
Whip It probably did expose it to everybody, but more so everybody had an idea of how the game is actually played. I mean, we still get asked, is there a ball?
Yeah.
How do you score points?
Don't want to rub his nose in the dirt, but Luke McGregor rocked up and went, so where's the puck?
Yes.
I went, no, it's not.
That's it.
And that was definitely Luke McGregor and not me. So, lastly, before you guys go, firstly, it was down in Reservoir on Saturday night. If people want to find out more, is there a website they can go to?
Yeah.
Yep, we'll plug it. It is
www.vdrl. VRDL.com.
And they've got dates coming up and stuff like that?
Yeah, everything will be on the website.
Great, so go and check it out. You guys are going to stick around and play a game with us a bit later on.
Awesome.
Lastly,
Very good.
I need a roller derby name. I was going to go with the weapon.
the weapon.
Yeah, it's kind of self-indulgent.
There is a cock block.
Maybe I could just be... I don't want to just be cock. Ladies and gentlemen, please thank Punani Tsunami and Miss Shivers.
Hi, Tegan.
Hi, how are you?
Tegan, thanks for meeting us here. That's great.
That's all right. What's this all about?
We wanted to ask you a question.
Okay.
Do you have a boyfriend?
Yeah, I do. Chris, why?
Well, me and the rest of the crew are thinking it's probably better if you didn't have a boyfriend. You know, for the show.
Tegan, the viewers want to see the cast as available, right? That's why me and Cody haven't had a girlfriend for years.
But the show's only been going for a couple of months.
Tegan, ratings are ratings, all right?
All right, I guess you're right. I should probably go break up with Chris then.
Hey, Chris, you still up for that three-way? Oh, yeah, he's in. Yeah!
Ladies and gentlemen, coming up after the break, we have some more great...
Tommy!
Oh, hey, Cambo, what's up?
Not much, friend. Hey, I was wondering, do you ever have trouble sleeping?
No.
Yeah, we all have trouble sleeping, don't we? What with the busy modern lives we live?
I said I don't have trouble sleeping.
Luckily, I have just the thing, Tommy. Cambo's super sweet sleeping pills.
What were they called again, mate?
Cambo's super strong, sweet sleeping dream pills was the full title, Tommy.
Is it the full title or the title we had in the script?
Yeah, it's what's on the bottle, Tommy. Just the thing to get you to sleep, my friend. Made right here in this studio last night. Guaranteed, Tommy, to not cause night terrors or sleep murders.
Look, Cambo, I'm not really comfortable with you just selling your kind of dodgy home medication on the show. For one thing, there are protocols for advertising on Channel 31. Plus, last week when you sold those laxatives to Carl, he shut out his appendix.
His appendix was due to burst, Tommy, all right? I saved his life.
How do we know that these sleeping pills, well, they're safe?
I did some clinical tests on Cody. Here he comes now. Look at him. All rested up and ready for Mr. Sunshine.
I don't know, Cambo, he doesn't look so good.
Nonsense. Hey, Cody, was that the best night's sleep you've ever had? Sleep murders! 2 for the price of 1, Tommy!
Okay, coming up next, we have the king of post-Goblin Core, Tim McMillan. You don't know what that is? You're about to find out after the break. You're watching Studio 8. Our next guest is one of Melbourne's musical treasures. He is the pioneer of post-Goblin core. He's just returned home from a huge tour in Germany. Please give it up for the lovely Tim McMillan. Thanks for coming on the show. How are you, firstly?
Yeah, I actually got horse flu or something, so not too good.
Horse flu?
But thanks for asking.
That's all right. And firstly, my intro, there's a lot of kind of audience members staring blankly at me. I said post-Goblin core was your genre, right?
Yeah, it's sort of like a spin-off of your Austrian dungeon incest folk and the acoustic Viking metal. I think
that makes sense.
Sort of big differences are sort of... So I'm like a sort of... You'd have an example of the Austrian dungeon incest folk would be more... Whereas your goblin...
It sounds quite incest.
Yeah, so pretty incest. Your goblin core's more your... So it's all in the scream, sort of genre in the fucking scream,
what style were they most digging in Germany?
Well, they sort of thought we'd sold out when we went post-Goblin core. They were worried we'd sort of got a bit more commercial.
Because there's so much post-Goblin core on advertisements for shoes.
Yeah, a competitive market. Like the sort of people don't realise, but bands like Coldplay are actually Darth Goblin core acts, and sort of it's getting a bit commercial. We thought we'd sort of bring it back to the streets, but put a bit more sort of Ice Cube, Dr. Dre element in it. So keeping it real.
There's people sitting at home staring at the TV, just going, "What the shit?"
It's horse flu.
Now, your crook, is this because you've literally just got home, haven't you?
Yeah, just a few days back. So
you're in Germany?
Germany and Italy, yeah. So
great.
Cool.
How was it?
Yeah, it was awesome. It was supporting this old hero of mine, Al Di Meola. He's like a 70s shred fusion
guitarist,
post Cro-Magnon Hammer Merchant grind folk sort of guitarist. So. But yeah, it was great. We did a few shows with him around Germany, and then just had a bit of a break in Italy and did some recording.
Yeah, awesome. Because your record label is a German.
Yeah, so it's a Berlin record label, yeah.
Have you, is it something you've consciously done? Have you gone to the European market consciously, or did that just happen?
No, it was actually an accident. I sort of, I got about 4 years ago, I got called in the middle of the night by this friend of mine. He was about to go to Germany, but he'd had an accident, and wanted me to fill in for this band that he was going to be playing with, so I did a 4-month tour and sucked up to their manager for about 4 months and kept giving him demos, and he hated them, throwing them out the window. And finally, when I got sort of onto the acoustic Viking metal, something really grabbed him.
Something tweaked. He went, "This is the sound I've been looking for." Now, I did try and read a bit about your Germany tour, but I got on and I got halfway through the first article and I was like, "This is in German." It's not just the genre that stumped me, it's I literally can't read this.
Yeah,
but I was checking out a lot of your stuff today online, and maybe could you like it's amazing. Could you play some quick?
Do a little ditty. It's not going to be quick. Once I start, you're going to have to kick me.
If I get naked, it's your fault.
Finished yet? Shut up.
Half of me watches that. Half of me watches it and goes, "Brilliant," and then the other half of me watches and goes, "You're an asshole." Because the only kind of compliment I've ever had on any artistic ability was when my drama teacher once said to me, he said, "Tommy, your acting's mediocre, but compared with your singing, it's brilliant." Have you always been kind of, musically gifted?
No, I spent most of my youth in Frankston. There's not much to do in Frankston apart from guitar or football or something else, but we don't talk about that on TV and television. But I spent most of the time on Nintendo, and I think the sort of something to do with the controls and stuff. I just jumped on a guitar at about age 17 and it all came together.
Yeah.
Healthy dose
awesome.
of Tetris and Mario.
And you've just had your album is just come out?
Yeah, second album, so only released in Germany. We don't release it here because we're hated. Goblin Core's a hated force in Melbourne. And I hate you guys as well.
Hear that, fans? Tim McMillan hates it. If people want to get it online, can they get it online?
Yeah, so it's iTunes and Amazon and all that. If you type Goblin Core into Google, I think our site comes up third or fourth. As you can imagine, it's a pretty competitive genre these days. So.
It is.
You got your Bonos and your Jack Johnsons. It's funny, actually, the people sort of seem to think that, you know, U2 and Ben Harper and they're sort of the real keepers, keeping it real and all that sort of thing, but we're actually doing, we're doing a festival in Italy. We saw Ben Harper backstage just before one of our gigs and he was actually eating on a baby dolphin.
Yeah.
It's disgusting, yeah. Part of his write-up.
It's not all peace and love. Now, Tim, to take us out tonight, I'm that musically inept, right? But I thought you're so good that maybe you could, together for just 20 seconds, we could jam, and maybe, could you just tell me something to do with this cup?
Yeah, actually, just like to name check to Franks and Homies LAN party in Cassidy Rip Ride. Thank you. And we'll do a bit of a, are you feeling like Genuine from the 90s with a bit of
Pony.
Ice Cube, or would you like some Dizzy Rascal?
Let's go Dizzy.
Let's go Pony.
Okay. You just nod at me and tell me, and then I'll bang the cut when you nod.
I think you need to start do a bit of beatboxing as well if you can.
I can't.
Just have a go. Go. Bit faster. Be faster. Pretty soon we'll catch Sergeant Coon, shoot him in the face, run up, hit him with a broom, stick, prick, devils ain't shit, introduce his ass to the goblin, 40 dick.
That's not what he's doing, Tim McMillan!
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Dan.
Cheers, thanks a lot for having us. Keep it real.
So I wonder if they validate parking here.
Why? You don't have a car.
Yeah, but I can afford one. I was thinking about buying one actually. A Porsche.
Look, you failed your automatic licence. And you get nosebleeds if you go over 60 kilometres an hour.
Nosebleeds was the name of a biker I punched out once. And his nose bled all the time. Let's get some lunch.
Now, a real treat for all you budding romantics out there. My good friend, debatable, Nick Cody has decided to share his knowledge of the love department. Now, whilst being shirtless on the show for the 5th week running, please welcome Nick Cody with his segment, Nick Cody Presents Mediocre Relationship Advice with Nick Cody. Good title, mate.
Thanks, Tommy. Since joining Studio A, I've received hundreds of letters, all asking me for relationship advice. Who knows why? Could it be that I'm such a charming devil? Charming devil and everyone wants to know my secrets? Probably.
Or maybe people are just wondering how a guy with Twilight-esque pale skin, shoulder hair, and the abdominal definition of Stephen Hawking could sleep with any women at all.
I know. I'm good. Where you going, Tegan? I am so in. Anyway, where was I? That's right, you need my help, and it would be my pleasure. This first letter comes from Stephen Camberwell. Hi, Nick. I met a gorgeous girl whilst out the other week, and our first date is this Thursday. Any tips? Steve, my biggest first date tip would that if you plan on impressing this lovely girl with an amazing night out, you know, like a La Porchetta or some shit, don't do what Ben Stiller did before his big date and there's something about Mary. You know, rub one out, have a bat, masturbate using your hand. It doesn't calm your nerves. It just makes you not want to do shit. I read somewhere, that's right ladies, I read, that semen consists mainly of initiative and enthusiasm. Those are the two main ingredients a man needs to get through a first date. Steve, if you get rid of that before you go out, you'll call the girl up saying, yeah, sorry, change your plans. Instead of doing those activities I wanted to impress you with, I was thinking we could just play PlayStation and take a nap. She'll probably be disgusted if you do that. But if she wants to play PS3 in your bed, booyah, you're in! Good luck, Stevie! This second letter comes from Lucy in Fitzroy. She says, hi, Nick. My boyfriend and I have been going out for 6 years and he still does annoying things like forgetting to call me or staying out with his friends later than he promises. What should I do? Lucy, no one is perfect. Breaking little promises isn't a major issue. A girl once told me she was clean and she ended up giving me chlamydia. Did I start crying and write a help me letter to a TV show, or did I have a laugh and take a couple pills to clear it up? I did both. Don't judge me, it stung when I took a piss. Now, the time your boyfriend says he'll be home is just a little promise. My girlfriend will always start telling me stories about her day that she promises are interesting. Are they always interesting? Who knows, Lucy? I don't listen to her. And that's the point. Whether he's telling you what time he'll be home or if he's telling you about a dying relative, just don't listen. It's way easier. Good luck. Not to you, but your boyfriend. You sound like a ball breaker. Finally, this last letter isn't actually a letter, but it's a small petition signed by E. Longoria, M. Kerr and S. Johansson. It's titled, We Want to Sleep with Nick Cody. Sorry ladies, I would love to, but I'm taken. Call me later on 0434.
Cody, mate, your girlfriend is watching this. You're still on air.
How was I supposed to know that shit?
Well, you work on TV.
I was kidding. Shit, I love you, Charles.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Nick Cody. They're not doing chlamydia gear on Good News Week. After the break, the roller derby girls are coming back and to play a little game with us. So don't go away. You're watching Studio A. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Studio A. And please, welcome back to the desk, Punani Tsunami and Miss Shivers. Now, guys, obviously, you know, it's quite a contact sport, yours, and so we thought you guys would be no stranger to injuries. So what we thought we'd do is get your help with a little game we like to call That's Gotta Hurt. Now, now, don't worry, it's not you guys that we're putting through pain. What we're going to do is we're going to show you some clips, and right before the moment of impact, we're going to get your comments, see if you guys can predict what's going to happen. Right. Okay? Yep. Here's our first clip.
Live music, eating international foods, having wine tours and tastings, vineyard tours, seminars, arts and crafts. It's a lot of fun, a whole day. Stop.
Now, I personally hope they stack, but do you guys have an idea of what's going to happen?
No, are they trying to make wine?
No,
they're doing?
Them?
Yeah, they're stomping great. You think someone comes in and attacks them?
A bird.
A bird? Good.
A bird, yeah.
It's an outside, it's a long shot, but we're going with it. Shivers, where do you reckon the main impact on the body is going to occur?
I think they'll just poison themselves after trying to drink that.
That might make it a long clip.
No, it'll be everything.
Let's see how we went.
Out for months.
I can't breathe.
I think she's actually hurt.
That's
You know what? I don't know what's worse, the fact those kind of guttural moans, or the fact that we've spent all week writing the show and that just got a bigger laugh than anything we've written. That's what we need to do.
I think the moaning. The moaning gets me.
Let's check out our next one. Okay, it's classic setup. 2 kids, 1 soccer ball.
Yeah, replay. That's too quick.
That's where, you see behind you, that's where we're at the moment. We've got the soccer ball in the air. I want you to tell me which kid you think is going to get axed.
The goalie,
I'm guessing.
We're going with the goalie. Unanimous. Here we go. Correct. Ding, ding. For shits and giggles.
What can I say?
All right, let's see if we can keep this win streak going. Our next clip.
Oh, God.
Now, it's possible he might land it. What are you thinking?
I think you will land, and then I think you might spend the next month trying to retract his penis from his insides.
Okay, so we're going main force of impact in the nuts.
Yeah.
Punani, what do you think?
Something like that, genitalia, yeah.
Punani says
It does look like my father, actually.
Let's see how we go.
Yes, yes, yes. He was hurt.
I think with those sort of things, it's funnier. It's funnier because the person is bigger, so it makes the impact just harder, you know? Now, our last one is a little bit of an in-house production. Let's see. I'll just see. Geez, you couldn't tell we had to film that on the weekend. It was raining outside. It's the old guy playing basketball in a hall. Well done, guys. Very good filming. So you've seen the first impact. He's gotten hit in the head with a ball. What else do you think is going to happen?
What could happen? It's already resulted in something. He's been hit in the head.
Let's see. Maturity's the real winner.
He'll be joining the previous guy on his recovery road.
It gets worse. Have a guess what happens next.
He kicks him
idea.
again.
You come in.
I come in?
You come in and you kick him up the arse.
Roller derby comes in.
Roller derby comes
Roller
in.
derby too.
I come in. Maybe I come in on roller skates. Let's see. It's the old hump by a bare chestnut. Ladies and gentlemen, that's got to hurt. Give it up one more time for Punani Tsunami and Miss Shivers from the Victorian Roller Derby League. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next comedian has performed all over Australia and he's stopping in tonight before heading off to perform his hit show Vital Signs at the Edinburgh Fringe Festival. Please welcome the very hilarious Mr. Adam Vincent.
Hello! Welcome to me! Welcome to me! Look at everybody, I dig this. Live, I love it. I don't usually wear suits. I want to let you guys know that straight up. I just wanted people to start thinking I'm successful. So, yeah. It was either a suit or a cape. I just think a cape represents a level of success I can't quite reach. You know, I can feign chivalry, but I'm no good at flying. Even on planes, my face dries up, my toes get itchy, and I miss my parents. So. That is the subtlety of my comedy, so if you could all jump on board now, that'd be fantastic. Do you ever go for walks at night and look into people's windows? My attitude to that is, as long as I've got momentum, I'm not a pervert. And sometimes that can just mean moving forward within myself. Speaking of perverted, can I just say, Melbourne, can we stop with the bloody billboards that are just gross? I walked out of my house this morning and I was happy because I was popping out some mouth trumpet. When that happens, usually I'm happy, right? I walk out, you know what I see on a big billboard? Some young man with a mutilated face because he's got face stitches. And there's a caption, knives scar lives. So do images of mutilated people. I nearly threw up. You want to stop people getting injured by knives, you should have a billboard with someone holding a shield. I hate these billboards. You see them all the time. I was driving on the freeway. I saw a billboard about men's sexual health. It said, "Are you only lasting 2 minutes?" Yeah, and I was cool with it. Thanks for letting me know when I'm driving down the goddamn freeway at 110. Annoys me. It annoys the hell out of me. You know, the world's crazy. You know, this morning I woke up, you know what I woke up to? A man, 7 o'clock in the morning, overweight middle-class man holding a leaf blower, chasing one leaf. Have you ever seen a sadder sign? 7 in the morning. That's not the sound of the leaf blower. That's the sound of a moron. And you can't do anything to these people because then if you have a go at him, if I had a go at him, I would become the angry one. And that's not cool. So you have to go out and grab a rake and show him how it should be done. You're like... It's not that hard, but really, grow a cock, fuck your wife. Anyway. I said it, and I meant it, from the heart. Satisfy your woman. I'm talking to you, fat nuts. Right. You know what else annoys me? Car alarms. Have you ever once heard a car alarm and thought, oh my God, there's a sound out there that's been scientifically proven to ruin my hearing. Therefore, something greater than that must be occurring. Quick, to the thief! No, you don't think that, do you? When you hear a car alarm, the first thing you think is, I can't wait for someone to steal that fucking car and take that noise away from my precious ears. Nothing positive in a car alarm either. Nothing positive at all. I'd like to see a positive car alarm. I'd like to see a car alarm that just offers the thief counselling. You sure you want to do this, my friend? Come on, you can change your life. Trust me. Look at me, I'm a great example. I used to be 15,000 plastic cups. And now I'm a blue Hyundai and I'm going places. Come on, buddy, hop in. There's a college up ahead. I'll enroll you. Your dad may have given you up on you, but I haven't. I'm not your average car alarm. Anyway, he's winding me up now, so I gotta go.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Adam Vincent. After the break, Seagull perform live. Don't go away. You're watching Studio A. Cheers, mate. Thanks, mate. Thanks so much. The black sheep bucket doesn't face me. Time is mine. If I want, I can waste it. All good, I don't even know. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning into the show tonight. Please give it up for all the people you've seen on the show. You've seen Punani Tsunami and Miss Shivers, Tim McMillan, of course, the very funny Adam Vincent. Now, if you're out there watching and you want to be part of our studio audience, we'd really love to have you, so please drop us a line at studioa@rmitv.org. As well as that, you can check out all the clips that you may have missed tonight on the website, studioamelbourne.com. To take us out tonight, we have a fantastic Melbourne outfit called Seagull with their track Water. Please give it up for Seagull.
this.